I have to profess, I don't actually know an awful lot about this snare drum at the moment. I do need to try and do a little bit more research. The research I did the other day didn't really turn up an awful lot, but I think it's from probably the late 80s, maybe the early 90s, going by the hardware and everything on it. Pearl aluminium snare, 10 lug. It's got the dual mechanism on there, and it's I suppose sort of the same, you know, sort of situation as the Dynasonic and the Pearl Ludwig super sensitive system. So the snare wires actually go right across the heads. Not that an unusual situation, but it's the first Pearl drum I've come across, I think, with that particular setup. The shell is, I'm going to say maybe about 1.5 millimeters. It is actually slightly heavier than a sort of more regular sort of metal snare. But it came to me with Evans 300 on the bottom, and it also had a Remo Ambassador on the top, but I changed that out and I've put a coated G1 on the top. I actually played this last night with a Genera, Evans Genera head on, and it didn't sound too bad when it was hit fairly hard. But that head dried it out somewhat, and I wasn't overly thrilled about the way it was sort of sounding. It kind of lost some of the inherent ring to it, which I kind of liked when it had the Ambassador on it. So I've put the G1 on it instead, and it's much better to my ear. Not really that much more to say at the moment, really. Triple flanged hoops. The super hoops, actually, so they're fairly thick hoops. But yeah, I mean, the time I've spent with this drum so far since I got it yesterday has been most enjoyable, and I look forward to using this much more in the future, really. But anyway, I've done it at 3 tensionings, a high, a medium, and a low. The low kind of it sounds more like a tom with some snare wires on it, really. At medium and at higher tension, it is much more crisp and probably a much more usable, enjoyable sound. Thank you for watching. This is what it looks like up close. This is what it sounds like at 3 tensionings, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks a lot. Bye.